It's Glenda, and I'm making today an earth themed soap. My oils are at 127 and my light water it's at 82, which is room temperature for me. Yeah, it's really hot. So here I have my oils. There is a link to what these oils are in the description box. There's a link to the blog post that usually has the recipe. Alright, so I'm going to add the light water to the oils. For this soap, I want it to be ready to unmold early tomorrow. So I'm using some accelerating fragrances, especially this one. I know it accelerates. It's Eden's Garden Sibylla. It's a very perfumey, floral type of fragrance. To tone down the floral, I'm going to add Indian sandalwood and some citrus cilantro. So I've added equal parts of that, and I divided it into these two containers so that I can add each. It's about 1 ounce to each half. So I'm just going to blend this very lightly to barely emulsion. Alright, I just barely blended this, probably for 10 seconds or so, and I don't see any oil separated floating around, so I'm going to go ahead and divide it. I'm going to split it in half, so I need about 25 ounces here. Alright, so that's half. And I'm actually going to split this even further because I need a small portion for an effect that's going to go on top that's going to look like a river. Alright, so I'm going to disperse the colorants first. Turquoise teal mica. So the halves I'm going to put, this is kaolin clay. I figure since it's an earth theme, I will also use something that comes out of the earth, like clay. And then the other half has, I think I also dispersed it in water. Yeah, it's French green clay and a spirulina powder. A spirulina is supposed to fade. It's supposed to give you a deep green and then fade if exposed to light, or sometimes even if it's not exposed to light. So I'm hoping that the French green clay will also help keep some of the green, even though French green clay is a lighter green. So the inside is gonna be just like green and white, and hopefully some form of a swirl. I'm not hoping for much because I am using accelerating fragrances, but I'm just first going to blend it. Alright, I'm not really sure that I like this shade of green, but right now it's probably looking more yellow than it will be in the end product, or at least I hope so. I'm gonna blend the blue one last. So now I'm going to add the fragrances, and I'm going to have my mold ready, and this is the embed that I'm going to use. I hope that it looks like a planet Earth. Alright, so far it doesn't seem to be hardening yet, and this looks very liquidy. So I might blend the blue. Okay, a bunch of bubbles were incorporated, so I'm going to tap it. So once this get a little bit thicker, I'm going to insert the embed. It's beginning to develop some body, but it's going deep now. Alright, this is more liquidy than I thought. I'm going to try to perhaps do some further swirls, and this is also allowing me to see the thickness. I can definitely feel it's getting thicker. It not is at a light trace, if you can see it here. See, if I put this here, what happens? It's not sinking, so that's a good sign. Okay, I think it's in the right spot now. So this is getting thicker, this is still liquid, and I need to create some form of texture. The idea is to create something like a hill or like a mountain, because I figure that's very earth-like, right? Now this is getting thicker, and this, what I want to create with this is something that looks like a river, you know, stuff that you find on earth. So I should be able to put this and create a river effect now. So this is like the 3 embeds that I have. I just made them with soap dough. Okay, I'm going to check on this. It seems to have more thickness, so it may be okay to put the trees on now. And I should have made the trunks thicker, I mean longer, because some of them are gonna look more like shrubs because they're so close to the ground. Alright, so the soap's been sitting now for about, let me think, 18 hours maybe. Because I scared close to 24. So I'm going to attempt to unmold it. A lot of fragrance seepage down here, and the green looks like a very yucky green. It's not what I was expecting, to be honest, but I'm gonna cut it and see what it looks like inside. So yesterday I put it on a heating pad to force gel, and I didn't know how long I needed to leave it on the heating pad. I read an article from Soap Queen after the fact that I should have just left it for like 60 minutes. I was soaping at really low temperatures. Oh, that's what it looks like. Not bad. The green is not the green I was envisioning, but I kind of like that. So I ended up putting it on the heating pad on low for about 4 hours. And I was checking on it every so often to make sure that it didn't overheat, to avoid, you know, it cracking inside or on top. So it didn't crack. That one looks more like the earth. And it has some green. Oh, I guess the teal looks like green. So this morning when I checked on it, it still felt warm to the touch. A little bit. But it seems that it helped, because after being on the heating pad for about a couple hours, then it did start going into gel phase, and that's when this color became darker. At the beginning it was a lighter color like the one you see right here. So we'll see how long the color of the spirulina and the green clay lasts. I did get some glycerin rivers. I'm not really sure from where. Maybe it's from the kaolin clay. I did not use titanium dioxide, I used kaolin clay, and I did add extra water with the kaolin clay, so that's probably what caused it. However, it's not bad looking. I kind of like it. But anyway, that's what it looks like. And if they do change colors, I will post pictures after this. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hi, I hope you liked the video. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below. Remember to subscribe if you haven't done that already. And otherwise, I'll see you next week. Bye.